Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're back. Please share us out and come back and listen to the convo. We got B, the difference. B, the difference. We got her in the building. She's going to talk to us.
Angie Pool. Do you know Angie?
Who's that?
Who is she? Oh, Angie Pooh.
Hey, it's me, Angie Pooh. All righty. Let's get this started. Please feel the need. You don't have to love me, but I would appreciate if you hit some thumbs up and like me. Before I bring her up, okay, please share us out because this conversation is not to be missed. Buddha, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Rel and Tina, good morning. She was the first. Rel, find me on Instagram. I have something for you. She was the first. So without further ado, let's get into the conversation. It's just light. Good morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Queen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Please take your time and introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, first, I want to say thank you for allowing me to come on your platform. I really appreciate it. I like to say Angie Pooh. Whenever I see you in the chat, that's always when I see your name, I always think of saying that. So I appreciate you for being here and for allowing me to come. And shout outs to Buddha, Rel, and Tina. How are you? Prince Daniel, how are you? My name is Joy, and my company's name is Be the Difference Clothing. It's all about inspiring people through visual designs such as this. See, like it says, determined. It's just simple messages that help us think about life. That's the idea, at least. I truly believe we are creatures of absorption, and whatever we absorb, we become. So we have to be very careful with what we consume, okay, in order to be and to live in our purpose and to possibly be our higher selves. So that's who I am in a little nutshell. And, hopefully you guys will consider stopping by one day. You're muted.
Appreciate it. They need to come by. Stop by, talk to you. It's nothing like having someone that's nice in the middle of road rage.
Really?
It's different. It's different. It's a different feel. It's different.
That's good.
Are you ready?
Of course. Always ready.
You sure? Now you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because I be asking all these questions. I'm nosy, but I be asking a bunch of questions.
That's quite.
So, okay. Alexa said, I have an interview. Look, Alexa just remind me of your interview. Okay. Your motto, Alexa, off. Your motto. Mm-hmm. Not just clothing, it's a way of life. Tell us about that motto.
It's simple. We often wear clothing, and I want everyone who puts on any type of Be the Difference product, whether it be a shirt, read a book, socks, whatever the case may be. I want you to know you're representing not only yourself, but what you are basically showing to the world. So you can't be wearing a t-shirt like Determined and walk around defeated and give up on your dreams that quickly. So, like I said, we are creatures of absorption. So it's not just clothing, really. It's just a way of life. It's how you want to transform your life from maybe negative to positive, or maybe positive to even more positive, to maybe even more positive, to like actually wanting and willing to share it out with the world, to love more if you don't know what love is, to learn love if you've never learned love. And wherever you go, you want to show that light, not darkness. So that's why that's our motto. It's not just about wearing something that may be popular. It's more so saying, this is my statement. This is part of who I am. And this is what I'm bringing to the world. Hmm.
Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I appreciate that. You have something called like it. I need you to explain what is Leo's production.
Okay. So Leo's production, I was actually just interviewed on her podcast. So I was just advertising the podcast that I was on. And, all the interviews that I am starting to get more of, which I'm so grateful for, because I get to reach audiences that I may never have been able to reach on my own. So Leo's production, they did a podcast and I was just advertising that. She's really dope. She's also, her name is Panama City here on YouTube. She does a lot of promoting, and she's been promoting Be the Difference, telling everybody about Be the Difference, supporting. She bought every single last book that I have, and she's using them as giveaways. She never asked for any discounts or anything like that. So I really appreciate her, and also allowing me to be on her podcast. So if you want to hear the latest interview or the newest information, you can go on over to that podcast. That's what Leo's production is.
Great. That's a nice gesture too, to give away your books. That is awesome. Big ups to her. Like that's great. You joined in 2013. Now, did you join and you were giving content then, or you just joined and you was looking around and
You talking about
being nosy?
YouTube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm like, let's make it clear. I'm never the type of person to be trolling. I only have one page. I only intend on having one page. And, I was having a conversation with another content creator yesterday, and they were like, Joy, you're going to have to niche down. I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to, because that means I'll have to create another page. I don't want to create another page. But in 2013, the whole idea, just to double back real quick, I was always afraid of being on camera. I never wanted people to see who I was. I wanted my company to be able to speak for itself without a face. And I always wanted to see if I could get someone to represent Be the Difference outside of myself. So in 2013, the idea is, if you look at any of my playlists, there's a playlist called Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes. That was pretty much made to, kind of do my interview cinematic type things, where we have everyday people who go through a lot of situations. And I know we always look at celebrities like, oh man, like they never go through anything. Or we think that, we can't. I just basically wanted to interview people that were relatable, that were going through things, so that if anybody saw that episode, they would be like, yo, it was exactly what I needed. I'm not going to give up anymore, because I'm not the only one. Like, I really believe we all, at some point in time, think that we're the only one going through certain hurts, when everybody does. And when you hear it from another perspective, you're like, okay, I really am not alone. So I was just trying to do that in 2013. After a couple of episodes, I pretty much didn't use the YouTube anymore. I didn't go on YouTube until I started my journey in trying to be a better person. And I will only use YouTube for listening to like meditations, music to help me go to sleep so I could reprogram my mind, that kind of stuff. I never knew what lives were until I think about 2018. I never knew that. I never knew. So that's pretty much what my YouTube journey was about. And now we're here.
And we definitely happy to have you. We definitely happy to have you. Can you tell me asking questions, what's your favorite plant?
Plan? What do you mean?
Plants.
Oh, plants. I love
Mhm.
calla lilies. Those are my favorites.
Why?
I love calla lilies. Um, in my childhood home, where I was growing up, um, we had one calla lily branch, right? And it would just grow sometimes all year round or whatever. But one day I went into the yard and I just looked at it, and let me tell you, that stalk was so thick, and the texture of that lily, it was always a white lily. And like maybe three or four would come out. And I never knew how exotic lilies, calla lilies were. And when I looked at it and I touched it, it was like leather. And I fell in love with them ever since then.
Tougher
So
than leather.
yeah, it was so beautiful. Like if you and I think I was able to appreciate nature right then and there because I was like, how could something so beautiful grow in rocks? I mean, it was literally like snuffed by a wall with a fence right by it, no protection around it, but it still grew and it was still beautiful. And it was like in the one of the worst places I think any flower could grow. And I love aloes and I love bamboos.
Oh, yeah. I'm into bamboos real big, real big. So back there, you have a book. My sister has a book. Tell us, how many books do you have you written?
So I've published 5 books. I've published 5 books, 4 of which are in hard copy, and one of which are on socks. I'm gonna show you. If you ever watch any of my gym shorts, which I would recommend you guys do if you're wanting to get back into fitness, this is my other book. So I said when I was about to put this book on hard copy or paperback, I was like, "Ooh, they don't hit hard. Like the quotes don't hit that hard." At least that's what I thought, because I know my first book and my third book, the quotes were hitting real hard. And so I said, "Well, I don't think it's worthy enough to be on the book." And so I said, "Well, it's a lot of material." So I said, "I'll just put them on socks just to be different." So that's how book 2 are only available on socks. And 12 people in the entire world will have portions of my book 2. Otherwise, once I've finished putting all of the quotes from book 2 on there on socks, then I'm done. And each sock usually has about 4 or 5 quotes on there, depending on how many I can fit. So I figured that would be dope and cute. And ooh, nobody else is doing it. Okay.
Idea. Now, your website where they can get the books, because you didn't tell me. You said you have 5 published books. We can get all of them at this website. That right there.
Right there, right there, right there. Bam. Yep.
Now,
That's,
I know that you are going into making your books into the
yes.
audible. How is that going?
It's hard. It's hard. They've already come back at me with some things I need to fix. So, you know, but otherwise, so far, so good. All of them, except for book 2, they're in production now to be either okayed and ready to go live or go back and edit some more, which isn't really a problem because thankfully I saved out all of the information, and thankfully I know how to use the program. So it's just a matter of cutting and pasting and rearranging a few things. But listen, y'all, I tend to find out, especially with my own life, when things are really, really hard or you run into a lot of roadblocks, that means it's going to be a big blessing. Shout outs to everybody in the chat if I don't see you, but I thank you guys for being here and wanting to hear what I have to say. But otherwise, hopefully, all things will go clear, and maybe by next week we'll see at least 1 or 2 of them, hopefully, available for audiobook. So that's pretty much where we are with them. And it was cool because it actually had me reading my books again. And I was like, ooh, these quotes are really dope. So I would recommend you guys, purchasing 1 or 2. If you want to think about life differently, for real, outside of me just trying to promote my own stuff, it's something good in there. And I've run into people who have purchased my book 2 years ago. And I'm like, ooh, do you still look at it? And they're like, yeah, every day. And it's really good. And I'm like, wow, that's dope. That part of my legacy, part of who I am, part of whatever God, my maker, creator, or whoever you guys believe in, instilled and trusted me to relay some words on some paper to feed all of us, not just you, but also me. And I'm thankful that I was blessed with that. And like I said, my legacy is right here. It's right here. It's all over the place. So I encourage everyone also to adopt some form of legacy. It doesn't have to be in these specific forms. It could just be you encouraging and encouraging and inspiring someone that goes deep within, and then they become something bigger than anybody could have imagined. So that's pretty much why I think is amazing and beautiful about life.
Well, welcome everybody. We're glad you're here. I want to talk about that quote that's behind you. Why that? Because how you are. Why did you pick that quote and put it on your wall?
Because I love love. I really do. And it's like, we could go all over the place. It kind of reminds me of like the prodigal son, right? We can go all over the place, but there's nothing like when you're home, when you finally get back home, love is always going to be there. Let me read it. Love takes you to unexpected places. Life takes you to unexpected places, but love brings you home. Like, love was always the beginning, the middle, the center, and the end. I've come from a church background, and besides being in church, I actually have read the Bible consistently 3 years in a row. Not currently, but 3 years in a row, I would read the Bible all the way from front to cover. Not from like, oh, this is the study guide. No, I read from page 1 or whatever page, if they even have page numbers, all the way down to Revelation. From Genesis all the way down to Revelation. And every single time I read it, it always ended up meaning something different. So at that point, I knew that I was growing, at least spiritually. But it always, for me, resonated that God loves us. He disciplines those he loves, and he will take home those he loves and those who love him back. So I love love. You know what I'm saying? It heals a whole lot of wounds. It restores a lot of things that may have gone bad. So I'm always going to be always be a big promoter of love. And I've seen it in my own life and in other people's lives, how love really does work. You know what I mean? So that's it.
It's so strange because in my about section, a content creator was reading my about section and she was like, you love love. What does that mean? And I was like, it has such a big meaning. Like, I love love. Like, love.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. Okay. So as a woman that's fabulous, tell me, do you like intimate walks? Or intimate dinners?
I would say a walk, because then you can have a lot of conversation just one-on-one. You know what I mean? And intimacy doesn't always just have to be with the one you love. It's the people you love. You know what I mean? I like when I go on Hello World, those are intimate moments that I'm sharing and people are sharing with me. You know what I mean? Like, I really believe if we understand the value of time, then maybe we wouldn't waste it too much in different areas of our lives that maybe we wasted. Me, I've turned off the TV for about 5 or 6 years now. And me personally, if I go to someone else's home and they have the TV on, of course I'm gonna watch. I'm not gonna be like, turn it off, let's just look at each other. I'm gonna watch. But for me, I decided that it's just not worthy of my time. And I'd rather spend it with people, whether it be via computer, personal, or whatever. But that to me is what intimacy is all about. I love to have intimate moments and share it with people who are willing. You know what I mean? So that's what intimacy means to me.
I totally understand. How many logos do you have currently?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow. I mean, because you always when I see you printing, it just seemed like you just want to just your
Oh,
quotes and you say it.
designs. I have a ton of
Yes.
designs. Okay, that's when you say logo, I'm thinking you're talking about be the difference. Like,
No, I'm talking about your shirts. That's your
oh, there's
logos
a
that's on your
ton.
shirts and things like that.
There's a ton. There's a ton of designs. And there are even designs that I came out with a long time ago that I just haven't printed yet. Um, I to be honest, I have a catalog of things. Um, but
Now, is it on the website? We can get a different variety on the website with some different colors and
you can get
different
colors.
scents.
You can get colors. You can get tank tops. You can get racerbacks. I haven't gone down to the leggings or anything that way. Um, I always wanted to do underwear, but then the general consensus is like nobody's gonna want to buy underwear. I was like, all right, fine. But as far as the designs that I have, I currently just roll out the ones that I have, and I pretty much stay consistent with those because, again, it's not only clothing, it's a way of life. The messages speak for itself. And should I add any others? I think I added two more, and that was actually a YouTube pick. On my community tab, like a couple months ago, I was posting different quotes from my books, from any one of my books. And like, I think the top two from each question, I turned into a t-shirt. So there are like two of my t-shirts that are quotes that are from my actual book. But otherwise, like, I'm not going to like add anything else until, some more of these are out there.
Yes.
So my
Yes.
my audience, and I'm being very realistic and transparent, my audience, as far as who I've been able to sell to, is not consistent. So I don't know what's going to do better or worse. So why put so much more stuff out there if you don't even know what your foundation is just yet? If I was doing my company full time and the website was popping, then I would know what to like maybe put back on the back burner and promote more of and add.
Yes.
So
I totally understand. And I think the underwear idea is great. Some boy shorts, be the difference. Be the difference.
yeah, right across the booty. Big titty
Across the
shorts.
tush. Right there across the tush. Be the difference,
Right.
baby. I think it's a great idea. Look, I'm ready to buy.
Okay. Look, there's Panama City right there.
Oh shit, Panama City is in the building.
Yeah.
Usually I always say hi to everybody. I don't do mods. I don't have mods. So I just say hi to everybody. Then I come back at the end and I say hi to everybody again
Yeah.
because it's all about my guests right now. We trying to get you to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So one more time, tell us about your website.
Okay.
What's on it?
So you can always go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. You will find a variety of everything. Like, I'm starting to realize like I'm a mini version of a department store, right? Because we have reading material. I say it's a bookstore, and there are a lot of different things. And the print is big, so there's no excuse why you can't buy something. They are all original. I've copywritten every single last one of my books. So if you use one of my quotes on social media, all I ask is just to tag me in it. You can always recommend people to buy stuff, but if you use it on your social media, just tag me so I can get the credit. You know what I mean? You'll find t-shirts, and I have a variety of colors, at least 7 colors. You'll find socks, and my socks are pretty much collector items. This just happens to be my other book. I'm waiting on some more socks to come. These on here. I call this one the sock upon a sock. I put some of my favorite socks that I've produced on a sock in a smaller version. So that's what these are on here. So like, it's different variety of things. Trust me. I just started a Black is Beautiful line because I'm all about what's it called? what was it called? Juneteenth. I'm all about Juneteenth all year round. I'm not a holiday person. So like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be celebrate something, I'm going to celebrate it all year round. You have onesies on there. I feel like if we really truly want our world or the next generation to be better, we have to inspire them from infancy. So I have infant stuff. There's different things on there. Some things you can put on infant clothing and on t-shirts. We have racerbacks and tank tops if you want to go to the gym or if you want to walk around every day stuff. I have a little bit of everything. So that's why I think I'm like a mini version of a department store or a mini Amazon. I'm an Amazona. Okay. I'm an Amazona, a Be the Difference Amazona. And shipping is fast and easy.
I love it. I love it. Okay, what's up with these ringtones?
Oh, right now I only have one, but it says "Hello World." So the name, if you guys have been familiar with my talk show, is called Hello World. The idea behind it was I wanted to get to my 4,000 hours, and I had to work for it. So I used to go live every single day consistently for about 650 days. I was live every single day, 7 days a week. And then in end of December, January, I stopped going live and I just picked it back up in June. So a couple months I stopped going live every day. And then it were in between that time I was going live like periodically. But I'm now on a hunt to get to my 1,000 episodes. And so that's why I'm live every single day. So anyway, somebody who used to watch me all the time was like, you know what? You should make that a ringtone. And I was like, yeah, I don't think everybody's going to buy that. She was like, yes. So I turned it into a ringtone. And I used music that I produced on my own to be in my ringtone. So if you go to the website, you get a little smidget of a sample of it. You can download it, use it as an alarm clock. Some people have used it as an alarm clock. You could use it as your favorite person's, ringer. You could just use it as your ringtone. But it's just a little bit of something. So we got music, we have reading, we have clothing. That's a department store, y'all. I'm an Amazona.
Sounds right to me. Amazona in the building. Can I borrow $1? Okay, so how long does it take you to actually, you have 3 books right there in front of you. Tell me each of the books, how long have it taken you to write them?
So they're all quotes. And this book was my first book. And you see how thick it is. It's very thick, right? So I was told on Instagram, because I was trying to grow my Instagram page, and I was told you need to have at least 2 writing things, like a quote or something, and 1 visual. And that was back in 2017, 18, something like that, right? So I said, okay, I'll post 2 quotes, but I didn't want to use other people's quotes. I felt like I just had to be my own person. Like, I didn't want to just be like, oh, one day somebody's like, I came across my quote on your page, now I want to sue you for not getting approval. So I said, those were the reasons why I said I'll just come up with my own quotes. And when I first started writing the quotes on there, people were actually liking them. And I was like, oh, snap, that's dope. And then from there, floodgates opened. So for about a year or so, I had written quotes, 365 days worth of quotes, 2 to 3 quotes a day, right? I was posting 2 to 3 quotes a day. That's how I was able to get a catalog of quotes. And the only reason why I turned it into a book format is because a woman, while I was like, get my hands on, a woman was like, we were watching Queen Sugar, and she was like, you know what? I wish more African-American women would produce books so that the young girls had something to look up to. I was like, I'm not an author. I don't know how to write a novel. But I said, wait a second. Maybe I can turn those quotes that I've been posting on Instagram into a book. It's all mine. All I have to do is copyright it. I already knew how to copyright because I had done it for other people. And I said, well, okay. I didn't know how thick that book was going to be until I did it. And it's just page after page after page. So it's front and back. This book alone has about 218 quotes or so. I always say 250, but I don't know. I don't have page numbers on there because I want you to just open the book and it comes to something that relates to you. So I didn't put page numbers on there for that specific reason. I want you to be like, boom, bam, that was for me today, and keep it moving. And, you know, that's how it is. Mm-hmm.
I can tell you've been going back into that book. It looked kind of like, hey, I need a refresher. Let me see what I need to learn again. But the purple book, how long has it taken you to write that?
It wasn't long. It wasn't long. Again, once you start doing something, it doesn't take long to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I kept writing quotes. I kept writing. And then I just took a section of those quotes and put it in another book. This book, I thought this book was more about love because I was going through some things and I thought it was more so about love. But when I actually was recording my audio book, I was like, oh no, this is not just about love. I said, this is deep. I said, oh, y'all want to hear? Y'all want to see? Y'all have to put a 1 in the chat if you want me to read a quote or two out of this book. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it because I don't want to do nothing that you guys don't want me to. So I'll, you know what I'm saying? I see one right there. But
do it.
Samples. These are my samples. When I go to a lot of events, I just put these out so people get fresh books when they actually purchase it. So
Mr. Prince said, yes, do it. Go ahead. You can give us one. Just give us one.
All right. I'm going to do what I usually do, right? So this is the cover. And you know that's me. Look at me right there. Hold on. I always laugh when I do that. Okay. So we're going to go like this and stop. And I guess I'll read this side. Ooh. Think they'd have a hard time trying to clone me. Start getting to know folks. Think they'd have a hard time trying to clone me. Start getting to know folks. That pretty much means that if we take the time to really get to know people, whether they actually try to clone, like how the movie Get Out is, or whether somebody is trying to be like you, they'll actually know, nah, that's not the originator. And they'll actually know that that's really you. Also, it can double back and double fold into like if somebody's talking dirt about you, people have known you already for who you really are, and they know that's not that person because I know them. So start getting to know people. Deep, right?
That's very deep, but I like that because you know you can't clone this. Because it's a whole lot of crazy. All right. So tell me your best recipe.
For cooking, I love my ramen. I love my ramen because I was like, it's so easy. It's so easy to make. All I do is saute all of the vegetables that I usually eat in some avocado oil because I learned from ALS Organics that avocado oil is the best oil to use for frying. So I cook that. I use some seasoning, some ackee seeds. You know who Keely is on YouTube? Well, Keely, she used to come on live and then she created a seasoning or a mix. So I purchased it. So I use some of her seasoning into that. And then I just make the noodles and I put that all together, you know, have my little eggs sometimes. And I'm like, there's my ramen. So that's the simplest, the easiest, and the one that I like the most. And it fills me up.
Oh, wow. We got to go check her out. I got to see what she got going on. One wish for Be the Difference.
I want Be the Difference to become global. And not just global, like, oh, you know, with like getting a lot of money, but global meaning that I've touched or the company has touched so many different lives that our world actually has turned into a better place that people can visibly see, not just from their own perspective, but from like a real perspective globally. and from a news standpoint perspective, because they won't be able to advertise anything negative on the news. You know what I'm saying? It'll only be about, well, this person helped another person. Not to say that we're going to obliviate negativity, because we do have to have a balance, but it won't be the forefront and center of everybody's thing, everybody's everyday thing. So that's what I want Be the Difference to be. Mhm.
So are you going to start a second channel?
No, I'm too lazy for that. I don't want to. I don't want to.
You said no.
I don't want to. It's too much work to try to
It's
grow to
definitely.
1,000. But then I was like, you know what? If I do start another channel, I don't really have to start it to actually go live, because I already have a channel that I can go live. I could just start it and post uploads. So I was like, maybe I could do that, but I don't want to.
Now, how are you a part of the New York fineness when you a Jersey girl?
Listen, this is why. So I keep these things. These are like little sentiments, right? So Wonston had a birthday party. And I was invited to the birthday party. And, you know, from the beginning of January, I said I will always want to meet YouTubers if they wanted to meet me. If they wanted to hang out with me, I would be willing to do that, because I always wanted to do collabs with other people. That's just who I am. I like to collaborate with people. And so I was like, I didn't want to commit to going, because I know it's the summertime and events happen all of the time. And this is when I really get to sell like every day, if I can, is in the summertime. So I didn't want to commit. Plus, I didn't want to just say yes and then have to be like no at the last minute. I'm a person of my word. And I didn't want to be like I had to break a commitment that I had made. So I actually was able to go, and I don't eat out. So I was there. I got there like right when they were getting their food. And I was like, hey, it was so much fun. So that's how they adopted me into the New York's finest. That's how I was adopted. So they just brought me in, and I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They're good people. Wonston and Leo are good people. Vern's a good people. So I honestly, I believe everybody in the world can be good people, but it depends on where you are, what stage of life you're in, what may be going on in your life. Is there trauma going on? Do you realize that being happy or living in a positive light or light set is better than negative all the time? You live a little bit longer, the quality of your life is a little better. So pretty much I went off topic, but that's pretty much how it became and adapted into the New York's finest by way of Jersey.
Because I was like, hold up, you a New Jersey girl. You're a Jersey girl. How did you? I mean, they right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I'm looking forward to this meet and greet coming up. I'm going to be in the building.
Okay, like I said, I can't make no promises because I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't like making plans. I like to just go, you know, live life.
Wow.
But if I'm around, I'll definitely be there.
Now, don't tell nobody, because they might be in the chat. Don't tell nobody, but I booked our flights yesterday.
Oh, you already told everybody, and they in the chat. They in the chat.
I'm going. I love a great meet and greet. Like, you know what I mean? I want to see you guys, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we're family, because when we go on YouTube and go to other different people's channel, we be like, hey, we say hi to each other all day long.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't get old. I feel like I know y'all. And now I feel like you have gotten sociable.
Yes.
And I appreciate it. Look, I sent you something. You was like, wait, hold on, what?
Yeah, I was like, you sent me something? Because, like, I don't get gifts. Nobody, like, I get a card here or two. And I actually do. I did get this. So another YouTuber sent me this. You make a difference in the world. And I thought that was so dope. I haven't hung it because I just haven't hung it yet. But I got this a couple years ago before any of you even knew who I was. So that was so dope. It was Tanya. She's Tanya
Oh,
Brigham. She's a part of the keto community and the reselling
okay.
community. So like this is one of my gifts, and I've gotten 2 cards, but it's like people don't sporadically or randomly just send me things. I'm thinking it's probably because I know, and I was like, for real. I think it's probably because I'm a business page. Maybe that's why. But I don't ask either. So if people find it in their heart to want to send me something, I'll receive it, and I think it's great. Um, but yeah, I don't ask for anything. I rather people want to do it out of the kindness. Not the kindness. I rather people want to do it out of the heart of their giving heart. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, Steph, you sent me something.
I mean, I think that is awesome when you having a bad day, or some, just to get something in the mail from someone you really don't know. It's
Yeah.
like, out of all people, me, I
Yeah.
think it's awesome. So that's why, and I am sociable, so I like to send little gifts here and there because I want to let you know that I appreciate you.
Thank
I
you.
definitely appreciate you. You also had helped me because I was like, wait, what's that machine right there? Can you help me with that
Okay.
machine? And you didn't, you just instantly was like, yeah, sis, this is where you get it from. And this is this. You just sent me all kinds of information about it. And I was very appreciative of that. You didn't have to tell me that.
I know. I mean, I do that primarily because when I was starting off, very few people ever wanted to help me. Like they would say, go here, go there. Or people would say, well, you should do this, you should do that. But it's like people love to give directions, but they don't love
Yes.
to show you how.
Yes.
So like I said, I'm really from ground up type of person. You know what I mean? So I say I don't want people to have to go through what I had to go through. If you genuinely want to know something, I'll point you in the right direction. I'm not going to say, oh, whatever. Like I can't help you with that. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm very appreciative because it was out of nowhere. I was like, I was hesitant to ask. And then I was like, you know what? The worst I can get is a no. So I asked you and you sent me the information. And I was very appreciative of that. I was. We're going to take 1 second of a break because, it
okay,
wouldn't be right if we ain't advertising. So
yeah.
let's get 1 second and we shall be right back. All right, so that was quick, but we're back. So I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions and then we'll be done, okay?
Okay.
All right. Where do you get the time to work out?
I don't know. It's like one of those things you have to just do. You know what I mean? Like we have to breathe. We don't find time to breathe. We just do it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I used to go to the gym 7 days a week, and then COVID happened. Um, so trying to get back to the gym is a little bit more hard now, especially because I have the responsibility of coming live every day. The responsibility now that I'm getting a few orders online to make those orders, and I don't want them to sit and wait. So if I have the material, I'll just do whatever I have to do. Um,
Yes.
but I want to make it a goal to go back at least 3 days a week. And so far, I've only been getting to go like once a week, twice a week, maybe. And I was a little disappointed with that. I went before I came on here, so I felt good about that. Um, but I want to get back into a routine because I want to be as strong as I was. Like I did not realize how strong I really was until I have to start doing it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yes. I understand.
I just do it. Like I just do it. I have the discipline just to do it. I don't have to be like, okay, tomorrow, because I know tomorrow may never come. So I'm like, you know what? Go. Just go. And that's it.
You are good in your scheduling. I mean, are you a planner? Like, do you have a planner that you say, okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this is what I'm doing? I mean, do you write it down? Do you get an alert like, Alexa, Google, what you doing?
First of all, I don't have no Alexa, even though somebody bought me Alexa. I don't like the idea of having robots in my house that can actually they learn my behavior. Like, nah, I don't want that. So I don't plan anything. I just what I do is every morning, besides on the weekends, every morning I write my little affirmations, what I want to
Yes.
see done. I guess in a way I plan, but I do 3, and I adopted this from something I watched on YouTube. I do 3 goals that I want for the business that day,
Mm-hmm.
3 personal goals that I want for myself that I have to do that day. Most of the times I do them. Other times I can't because it's not on my control. It's not within my control. Like with the business, I always set a goal to sell something.
Okay.
And I can't really get that. Sometimes I don't really get that. You know what I mean? There are days that I go without selling anything. And then there are days that I sell more than what the goal is. And it's not that much.
Okay.
But otherwise, other things that I write down, they're more so things that I have to try to pray and manifest. So that's pretty much what I do. But I don't have anything reminding me this is what you need to do. I usually just use my calendar when I book events so I don't double book.
Okay. Which is understandable. All right, so we're done. I mean,
Okay.
is there any last words you want to tell the people about being the different? Be the difference. Be the difference. Be the difference. Be the difference. Is there anything you want to tell people about you before we close out?
Well, I want to say thank you to everybody who was in the chat, were able to come out. I hope that you feel encouraged or heard something that was encouraging, but to encourage yourself to live out your purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, it starts with you just really taking the time out to be still and to be quiet. That is the key. I like to give solutions for everything because, again, I've been there, done that, where people say you should do this, and don't want to give a helping hand to actually do it. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you want to find out your purpose, the key to doing that is being quiet and to pray, meditate, whatever you believe, stop all of the noise, i.e. the distractions, and that is how you start, period. You can find me on all social media platforms. I do ask if you're not following me on them to please do so. I want to grow every platform beyond my expectations. Feel free to shop BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. Like I said, it's easy, fast delivery. Most of the items I print myself, besides the
Yes,
books
she
and
does.
and I have a talk show, Hello World, we do every day. So feel free to stop by there whenever you can. And just continue to be the difference. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram, Facebook at B as in boy, T as in Tom, D as in dog, LLC, if you want to follow me there. And that's it, pretty much. I thank you, Angie Poo. Angie Poo, I thank you so
You
much.
say my name's so cute.
Yeah, thank you
I
so
gotta get
much.
you on the hook. I gotta get you on the hook. Angie Poo.
I appreciate you for even thinking about having me on your channel and for giving me a little bit of your time to share and to advertise and to promote what I do over here. I really appreciate it. I think that's it that I have for right now. I know once we hang up, I'm probably like, dang, I should have said that. But
It's okay. You come back. That means 2. I see another 2 conversations.
yeah.
You are always welcome. The door is open, sis. It's open.
She gonna
I
leave
appreciate
the door open. She gonna leave the door open for Be the Difference clothing. For the Be the Difference clothing. She done left the door open, y'all.
Now let's go ahead and say hi to everybody. Let's do it together. All right? You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Buddha, come on. You
Hey,
supposed to be with
Buddha.
me. We together. You say a name, I say a name, we say a name together.
Hey, Patty, Panama City.
What's up, Round Tina?
Hey, Val. Hey,
I see
Abby
be the
Stalker
difference.
Mom.
Prince. Hey, Prince Daniel. Welcome.
Hey, Prince Daniel.
Make up mom and son. Hey.
Mom is the building.
Miss Little Key. Hi. Welcome. I appreciate you coming. Just Teresa.
Just Teresa's in the building. Hey, lady.
Hey, Just Teresa. Georgia girl.
What up, Georgia girl?
Welcome.
Georgia.
Welcome. We got Buddha again. Buddha.
Buddha.
I just feel like every time I say her name, I need to say Buddha.
Namaste.
Buddha. That's what I'm talking about. Buddha is so supportive. I love her. I really do. Miss Abby, welcome.
The Stalker Mom.
Her name alone is just dope as crap.
Right?
Stalker Mom. All right, who else we got? Am I missing someone?
A brother of a certain age. I know that's right.
Okay, that part. Oh, Panna. Hi, Panna.
I see it's Wanston. It's me,
Hey,
Wanston.
it's Watson. Oh, wait. X is the monster. This is the X, the house of X.
The building.
All right, I'm going down.
Lavisha or Lashra?
The brother of a certain age.
Yes, a brother of a certain age in the building.
I love that. The brother of a certain age. Listeria.
That's what her name is, Listeria? Okay. Crochet.
I like that.
Yeah.
Listeria Crochet. Girl, can you make me? I got a whole lot of people that's having babies. Can I get some clothes? Like we need to talk. Sorry, B.
That's okay.
Okay, so I think we said hi to everybody.
Yep.
I appreciate you once again. Thank you for taking some time and being with Sociable. I see you on part 2. So you gotta get them things together. Gonna get them together and then you'll come back. Okay?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Thank you, my sister. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. Please go subscribe. Go see my sister. If you are in the chat, please go see each other. Support. That's why we had these combos, because they're about supporting one another. You know, we need to know. Everybody got some merch. Everybody got some businesses. We want to know. We need some questions that need to be answered. And I'm so happy that you were able to hang out with us. Until next time, guys, as Monkey and Frog say, they said one more time, Monkey and Frog. I am so grateful. Thank you for watching.